The Council of Ministers is likely to witness some changes following the return of Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal, who is currently in Dubai to attend the COP28 conference. Also in this edition of Kantipur News, we have updates about the resumed bombardment in Gaza and the South Asian Karate Championship. Good evening, I'm Sarah Chitrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. Prime Minister Dahal draws attention of international community to ensure climate justice for Nepal, alleges developed nations of failing to complete their pledge. Progress of Midhill highway limited to 72% in 15 years, cost increases from 33 billion to 84 billion rupees. Israel's renewed bombardment of Gaza continues into its second day. Military warns civilians in some areas to evacuate. More than 178 killed since the bombing resumed. And Nepali karatekas bagged 12 gold medals in the first day of 7th South Asian Karate Championship. India topped the standings with 15 gold medals. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal has said that Nepal has been undergoing direct and damaging impacts of climate change despite the country's negligible contribution in worldwide emission. Addressing the high-level segment of the United Nations Climate Change Conference in the United Arab Emirates earlier today, the Premier said that he had participated in the COP28 seeking justice for people of Nepal who have been facing direct impacts of climate change. Prime Minister Dahal said that Nepal has witnessed massive losses due to floods, landslides, wildfire and glacial burst, among other natural disasters due to climate change. The Premier has made calls for the protection of lower Himalayan range as millions of people depend on it for their livelihood and is a basis of civilization. He said that developing countries, including Nepal, have been facing financial and technical difficulties in climate change adaptation and minimization of its effects. The Premier has stressed on the need for developed countries to fulfill their pledge and provide technical and financial support to underdeveloped and Himalayan countries that have been reeling under the effects of climate change. Prior to this, Premier Dahal had also addressed the high-level segment under the COP28 to promote mountain agenda. During the program, Premier Dahal highlighted the delay in implementing the Paris Climate Accords to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius. He stressed on the need for equitable climate fund, simple procedure, transparency and benefit for countries including Nepal. During the conference, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said that delay in addressing mountain agenda would cause an irreparable loss and urged the responsible countries and entities to address the issue. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal has made preparations to make changes in the Council of Ministers. Before leaving for the COP28 in Dubai, Prime Minister Dahal had held informal talks in his party regarding the changes. CPN Mao Centre Chairperson Pushpa Kamal Dahal's current Prime Minister term marks 1 year on December 26. Based on the previous agreement between the coalition parties, Prime Minister Dahal has made preparations for changes in the cabinet. He is currently in Dubai for COP28. According to leaders, formal discussions are to be held between the coalition parties after his return. Parties in the ruling alliance are currently holding internal talks regarding the same. CPN Mao Centre, which is leading the government, is making preparations to hold talks by calling a meeting of the Central Committee. Main party of the alliance, the Nepali Congress, is also in favor of changing ministers. However, Congress leaders have claimed that it would take some time. Leaders have said that the cabinet is likely to be revised after the election of the National Assembly slated for January 25. Janata Samajwadi Party and CPN Unified Socialist are preparing to change their ministers as well. Prime Minister Dahal is understood to be in favor of revising the Council of Ministers following increase in grievances regarding the performance of the ministers. Senior leaders are not content with the performance of the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Home Affairs Narayan Kaji Shrestha, Finance Minister Prakash Sharan Mahat, Minister for Physical Infrastructures and Transport Prakash Jwala, and Minister for Education Ashok Rai, among others. The government has geared up to scrap the contract issued to the contractor company of the Melamchi drinking water project, citing failure to complete construction works within the deadline. The Ministry for Drinking Water has geared up to scrap the contract issued to Sino Hydro, a Chinese state-owned hydropower engineering and construction company. Minister for Drinking Water Mahendra Rai Yadav, who had reached the Melamchi drinking water project site for inspection following the delay in supply of water, has directed the Secretary of the Ministry and the Drinking Water Development Committee to inquire regarding the legal procedure to scrap the contract. Minister Yadav has attributed the move to the delay in supply of Melamchi drinking water by Sino Hydro in Kathmandu Valley. Sino Hydro had been issued a 1 billion rupees contract for the construction of tunnel and headworks of the project. As per legal provision, the contractor company is responsible for repair works as well. The contractor company has been repairing the damages caused by flood at the airport's, in fact the project site, since the fiscal year 2078. However, the company has not begun reconstruction of the damaged infrastructures this year. Sino Hydro has disregarded repeated calls by the government to conduct works, including cleaning the tunnel. The company has been pressing the government to release the due payment and security amount. The government has anticipated that the contractor company has been trying to dodge its responsibilities, as it has already signed another contract elsewhere. Additional delay in supply of Melamchi drinking water in Kathmandu Valley is projected if the contract with Sino Hydro is scrapped. Despite the lapse of 15 years, construction works of the Pushpal Midhill highway, which was supposed to conclude within 8 years, have yet to complete. The government had recognized the project with national pride status in the fiscal year 2012-13. While the project has been delayed because of government indifference in addressing issues related to construction, the cost of the project has increased threefold to 84.33 billion rupees. 72.7% works of the 1,878 km long Pushpal Midhill highway connecting Chiwa Bhanjang of Pachthar to Jhulaghat of Baitari have been completed. The project was supposed to conclude within 8 years, but 15 years have gone by. The government has extended the project deadline on several occasions and has a target of completing the project within 5 years. However, there is no basis for completion of the project even in that time period. Lack of collaboration among government entities regarding clarity of the road structure, disputes related to compensations and felling of trees has caused the delay in construction works. Construction works of 1,878 km highway are being carried out in 2 sections. The project is constructing 1,158 kilometers, while other entities are building 721 kilometers. The total of 3,869.2 million rupees has been allocated by the government in the ongoing fiscal year for the project, which is expected to benefit 10 million people. 1,402 kilometers of the highway has been blacktopped. While the eastern section of the project is in the final phase, tracks remain to be opened in some places in the west. The Pushpal Midhill highway is connected with more than 250 settlements of 24 districts. The project was initially expected to cost 33 billion rupees. However, the cost has now increased to more than 84 billion rupees. Contract of 116 kilometer section and 15 bridges remains to be awarded. Time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Before that, let's take a look at the result from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we had asked, why has European Union failed to brand Nepal's aviation sector as safe? 56% voted for A, criteria not fulfilled, 16% for B, being biased, and 28% for C, service providers not accountable. And here's today's question. The The government and the business sector has been applying pressure on the Nepal Rashtra Bank to revive the economy. However, the central bank is in a state of dilemma regarding whether or not to reduce the interest rate by making policy changes. This has resulted in a delay in assessment of the monetary policy. The Nepal Rashtra Bank had increased the interest rate for banking and financial institutions by 3.5% in the fiscal year 2021-22 to curb the exit of foreign currency caused by increase in consumption. The Rashtra Bank introduced a strong monetary policy and set the policy rate at 7%. It reduced the consumption and business. Following the decrease in revenue, the government has been urging the Rashtra Bank to find ways to reduce the interest rate. The business sector has also been demanding a restructure of loans and decreasing the interest rate. The monetary policy has reduced the policy rate to 6.5% in the ongoing fiscal year, which is similar to that of India. Officials of the Rashtra Bank themselves have been suggesting to provide subsidized loans for reconstruction of houses damaged by earthquake. The government had directed the Rashtra Bank to make necessary amendments to address the issues of those who have not been able to pay the loans of microfinances. The Rashtra Bank, which has been seeking recommendations regarding providing relief to the business sector, is yet to conclude the policy-related works. Experts have said that the central bank should not keep changing the policies, but assess the monetary policy with the objective of ensuring loan in the productive sector. The Rashtra Bank has made preparations to make public the first assessment of the monetary policy of the ongoing fiscal year. In our Public Voice segment, today we have asked in several provinces how their local levels have been managing waste. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
फोहोर हामी आफै व्यवस्थापन गरिराखेका छौं पालिका मार्फत हामी केही पनि सुविधा पाएको छैनौं हामीलाई चाहिँ हप्ताको दुई चोटी आउनु पर्ने यो ट्र्याक्टर तर एक चोटी मात्रै आउँछ
जनकपुरलाई जसरी व्यवस्थापन अथवा सरसफाई हुनुपर्ने त्यसमा हामी एकदमै निराशाजनक अवस्थामा छौं
प्लास्टिक जन्य वस्तुहरु चाहिँ हामी बोरामा हालेर राख्दिन्छौं त्यो चाहिँ हप्तामा एक चोटी उठाउन आउँछ नगरपालिका
मेन रोडमा अलि ठीक छ गल्ली कुची जुन छ नि सांग्रो बाटोमा सरसफाई यहाँ छैन
भित्र अलिकता फोहोरहरु हुन्छ
हरेक टोलहरुमा एक एकवटा बाल्टिन डस्टबिनको व्यवस्थापन गरेको छ
पालिकाले व्यवस्था गरेछौं डस्टबिनहरु दिने अनि त्यो चाहिँ गाउँको चोकचोकमा चाहिँ राखेछन् गाउँपालिकाले चाहिँ हामीलाई डस्टबिनहरु दिनु भएको छ
गाउँमा गाउँकैले सरसफाई गर्छन् बढार्ने रोडहरु कागजहरु टिप्ने एक ठाउँमा राख्ने जलाउने गर्छन्
ल्यान्डफिल साइडसम्म लाने व्यवस्था चाहिँ बाहिरी चाहिँ सहकारी संस्थाहरूलाई हस्तान्तरण गरेका छौं
नगरपालिकाले अलिकति फोहोर व्यवस्थापन गर्न अलिकति कन्जुसाइ गरिरहेको छ एकचोटी मात्रै यसरी फोहोर व्यवस्थित गरेर हुँदैन
Time now for international update. Israel's renewed bombardment of Gaza is continuing into its second day as the military warns civilians in some areas to evacuate. Fighting resumed on Friday after a 7-day ceasefire expired. Israel and Hamas have blamed each other for failing to agree an extension. The Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza says more than 178 people have been killed since the bombing restarted. The Israeli military says it struck 400 targets across the strip. The IDF says 50 strikes hit the area of Khan Yunis in southern Gaza overnight. Civilians were told to go there earlier in the war for their safety. Sirens were also heard in parts of Israel on Friday, with rockets fired from Gaza intercepted. The Hamas attack on Israel on 7th October killed 1,200 people, with around 240 others taken hostage. Since then, Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry says more than 14,800 people have been killed in Israel's retaliatory campaign, including about 6,000 children.
Sports news.
Nepali karatekas have won 12 gold medals on the first day of the 7th South Asian Karate Championship. India currently top the medal standings with 15 gold, while Sri Lanka and Bangladesh have won a gold each. In the championship being organized by the Nepal Karate Federation, Nepali karatekas are placed second in the standings with 12 gold medals. India topped the list with 15 gold. Rajeshma Shrestha of Nepal won gold in individual cadet of kata. She defeated Nai Sway Marma of Bangladesh. Rehan Javed saw off Kayab Tenyu of Bangladesh to win gold in men's individual kata. Portia Chaudhary won gold in women's individual cadets 47 kg category of commute. She saw off Janani Mohan of India. Parvati Gurung won gold in under 21 commute individual cadets 45 kg category, while Pashupati Lama won gold in 50 kg category. Sonu Shrestha finished with top podium place in 55 kg category, and Ashika Rai won gold in 68 kg category. A total of 6 South Asian nations are participating at the tournament. Participants are competing for 62 gold medals in 4 categories. The tournament concludes tomorrow. An injury-time goal from Samandar Okhilov saw Jhapa FC earn a late equalizer against Pokhara Thunderers at the Nepal Super League. Jhapa earned their first point on the ongoing season of the Nepal Super League after making a comeback from a goal down. In the match played at the Darshat Stadium in Tripureshwar, Kathmandu's Moses Gaba found the back of the net in the 19th minute to put Pokhara Thunderers ahead. Both sides had several opportunities but failed to convert their chances. Kamal Bahadur Thapa saw a red card in the 89th minute, which reduced Pokhara to 10 men. Okhilov then scored an equalizer in the 8th minute of the added time. Following the result, Pokhara have climbed to second spot in the standings with 5 points from 3 matches, while Jhapa are 7th with a single point. In another match played today, Dhangari FC and Lalitpur FC played a goalless draw. Both sides had several opportunities throughout the match but failed to convert them. Following the draw, Dhangari have 7 points from 3 matches and are atop the standings, while Lalitpur have 5 points and are placed second. Sporting Elam take on Birganj United in the match slated for tomorrow. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.